I'd like to welcome each of you today to not only Jacksonian Days, but to this event in which we are taking time to recognize those individuals from Allen County who either made a significant contribution while they were here or who may have left Allen County and made a significant contribution outside of Allen County. I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to serve as your chamber president this year. It's been a true blessing, and I apologize for the way I'm dressed. I did decide to partake in some of the other activities here, including the run today, so I'm a little bit more casual than usual for something like this. As you may know, we have the opportunity, I guess about 5 years ago, we've had the opportunity to recognize people either classified under the Wall of Fame, those individuals who have contributed significantly to Allen County, or, I apologize, Hometown Hero, those individuals who have contributed significantly to Allen County, or the Wall of Fame category in which somebody from Allen County had gone on outside of Allen County and contributed significantly in some area of their profession. At this time, I would like to ask our mayor to come forward and talk to you a little bit about this year's selections for both the Wall of Fame and the Hometown Hero.
Thank you. We've added a little something to us this year, and you know I've been up here now for 1 or 2 years, Maurice. But we have this young lady with us this morning. This is Miss Jacksonian. Would you all give her a nice hand if we're winning? And for some reason, she has volunteered her help this morning to make this a success. Okay, so she's going to be around here and handing me these plaques and doing this or whatever. So anyway, thank you, hon, for your help. First of all, thank you all for coming out. Eric's done pretty well, put it there. We've got a nice crowd. We've got beautiful weather. This is a very important event for our city and our community each and every year. And we have two this year. That's very important to our community. We'll be doing Dr. John Hall. At this time, I have a family member that's going to come up, and I know it's some more people out here, but I would like for her to come up here in just a minute. Dr. Hall came from over in eastern Kentucky years ago in the medical field. You've read Matt's article. He did an excellent job. I'm not going to get into that, but he met a young lady named Dale. And I don't care what anyone says, and Jim Sechrist, you'll agree to me, there's always a good woman behind any good man. And you can tell Mama that when you see her after a while. And you know, I always have a chance to, by the way, she's the former mayor of the city of Scottsville too for quite a few years. But anyway, it's a pleasure to be here this morning to take this into us. What I would like to lead on to, Dr. Hall came here, I want to say about 61, he and Dale, part of this community in his medical field, but not only that, he raised a family here of 5 kids. All right, I missed one down there. So this is they've been educated here, they've all out on their own fields now doing well, and this speaks very highly of our family values here and so on. He's been in the medical field. He's met 90% probably of Allen Countyans over the years has been Dr. John Hall as we know him. He can't be here this morning, but we are going to do a special ceremony later at the chamber breakfast, but we're still going to go on honor him this morning, so on and so forth. All right, what I have at this time, Jordan, see that plaque? Give me that plaque right there. This is a plaque from me as the mayor in the city to Dr. John Hall and his community services over the years that he's done for us. And at this time, I would like to present this to you to go to your family or whatever, okay? Now, I have one other thing here before I go to the wall. I don't know where I can pick up the ribbon. Can you pick it up, hold it, and turn it to the crowd? Each year, I personally buy a brick for our hometown heroes. I see 3 or 4 of you back there that has it. And this will be presented to Dr. Hall and his family to be put anywhere he wants to put it in this, up here in these bricks on the sidewalk. And so I'm honored myself to do that part, whatever. Okay. Now at this time, At this time, I've got to look. I don't know which one's Dr. Hall. At this time, I'm going to ask you, young lady, just to unveil that. And look at that. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? And each year we get caught in a trap at times about when they can be made and be up here on the wall and all this. But you can see the resemblance more so now since Tommy Crow's been doing this. I'll have to plug him. I know he's out in there somewhere. But look at the fine marksmanship that he has done there. Okay, and these are just the plaques that goes up there early. The originals will go up there a little later. So there's where we're at, or whatever. It's an honor for me to be up here this morning recognizing John Hall, and I hope he shall be a whole much better. Okay, and we'll do something later. Thank you, lady. Thank you. Now, Dr. Hall was our hometown hero. This year the chamber was going to do 2. And sometimes we do 2, sometimes we do 1. I think it's according to the budget, really, if you don't know the truth. But this year they decided, Eric and them, that they would do the Wall of Fame again. And he has some great ideas about the Wall of Fame, of separating some of these and putting the Wall of Fame one place and the hometown heroes. And so I think that's eventually, some of these days, that's the way it'll grow into. But a man's name came up down there named Charles Napier. You want to come and stand up here with me? I am honored this morning to stand here beside this young lady and to honor Charles Napier. There's a lot of things can be said about Charles Napier. Frankly, I could bring Mutt Purdue here this morning. He is also out here in the crowd. I could bring Tommy Long up here. I could bring Bill Short out of Louisville, Jimmy Wilson. And we could take things, and Bernice, we could take things and put Charles Napier's into them, but we'd be here all day. Because everybody has a Charles Napier story. Charles was a young man over here next to the old high school playing basketball with Keith Gerald and Tommy Long, and graduating in 53 and 54. And if it wasn't rough and he didn't foul out, he didn't think he'd accomplished anything. Let me go a little further to say this. Why I'm also important to be up here this morning. I'm a half Napier. And here I'm about second cousins. So I'm very honored to be here this morning saying something about Charles, okay? He left here, went on to the service, came back, went to Western. A lot of people didn't realize Charles was a very good artist. He actually studied artist at Western. He came back. I can remember one morning shaking hands with him and telling him here at Billy Hurt's real estate office. Why he was in front of that, I have no idea. It's too many years ago. But he was riding in a truck. Come find out later, Billy, he was living in that truck. And he went to California. And he started there in California, I want to say with a little of nothing, and grown into a great actor, a great person out there that we've known everywhere in the United States. Frankly, night before last, I watched him on the movie again called Blues Brothers. And he chased the Blues Brothers all over the place trying to get them arrested. But Charles liked that type of what he portrayed. I guess he's probably most known for his Rambo movies. But anyway, he passed away, I think it's in October. Sarah, we brought you up here this morning. This is Charles's sister that's raised a family and lived out here for years and years, and I'm very proud to stand up beside you this morning. She said, now, Mayor, I don't want to say anything. And I said, well, I'm not going to make you say anything. But we're here to honor Charles Napier this morning. If you'll just turn around here and pull this off right here, and we'll see what he looks like, okay? Tommy Crow, you've done wonders. That's great. He looks good. That's a picture that you all would remember Charles years ago, but that's great. Okay. Now, I have one other thing here. I want to present this to the family. It's called the Wall of Fame 2012. And I love this. Lovable, tough guy, successful actor, whatever they've put on there is great. It fits Charles. So that's for the family of Charles Napier, okay? Give me a hug. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Matt, we'll get your picture here, just right here and hold it. Thanks, Mayor. What now?
Mayor, I'm not from Scottsville, but I did the next best thing. I married into Scottsville. And my wife has told me story after story about her cousin meeting Mr. Nathan. I think that's one of the highlights of their life. I think he was truly deserving as well. We thank you all for your participation and coming out and celebrating this event with us. Thank you.